All right, today we have the pleasure of talking to a multi-talented athlete who has played with teams like the New Jersey Nets and the LA Clippers. He started out playing basketball for the University of Memphis and is currently playing with the Texas Legends. His sportswear line, DCTG, has recently started up with some awesome attire available online. We have Chris Douglas Roberts with us today. Thank you so much for coming out to speak with Unpopular Style Magazine.
Man, thank you for having me, man. Very grateful for this. Very grateful for this. There would be no don't cheat the grind. There would not be that movement. You know, there would not be this hairstyle that how many, kids have. There would not be the shorts return. I wouldn't have this influence. So, I'm grateful for even that, even the draft. Like, it was something I had to go through. Through that, DCTG came, don't cheat the grind, and now I have to wear that every day. So now it's even more of like a sickness because I can't get around it. It's like I gotta do a sit up or something. I have to be doing something. So now that's the best way I can describe it. It's just like a burning desire, sickness to create the life that I want to live.
So you've had the YouTube series I'm Not a Star going for a while, and then you got the more recent one, DCTG, and all these videos have been done with Mr. Raphael Barlow.
So I'm Not a Star was Raphael, the new shit, the new wave. DCTG, the series is shot by Flashy Films.
Okay.
The world-renowned Flashy Films, Flashy Scorsese, the world's greatest.
Yeah.
Free your mind, do your own shit. Create your own ideologies of the world. Don't just follow that cookie cutter pattern. Like, that's what the series is about. In just an entertaining way. Like, it's just entertaining, motivation. That's how I describe it.
Now, how did your work with Waving God come about?
Well, I'm the wave guy, basically. It's like you can't describe it. It's just I'm the wave guy, man. They anointed me that. The people chasing cash, the youth, the people. It's like something undescribable. It's like I'm Captain Planet. It's like I'm the new Captain Planet. You know what I'm saying? Captain Planet, literally.
Is there anything else you like to do in your free time? It's kind of like a hobby?
Yeah, skate. I like to skate. I wish I would have brought my skateboard. I like to skate, but I like to design my clothing. Like, this hat is from the upcoming fall collection. I'm an athlete, but I'm also like a designer too. This will be my first collection. This fall 16, I'm coming out with 10 pieces, and it's gonna be something. Like, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something. I'm dedicated to it. I already have a customer. That's what's most important. You putting out clothes, you gotta have a customer. I already have a customer. And we got a following for the clothes already. We just moving forward with this shit. No limitations.
Now, what made you want to take your work ethic and your passion and apply it to fashion and having a clothesline? What made you get into that?
Well, I'm very, very much into fashion, but not. Like, it's like I don't give a shit about logos. Like, I don't know what these shorts are. You know what I mean? This is a polo, but it's very old. It's very old. Very old. And it's just like I'm more into style. And so when you start talking style, you gotta. We live in a category world, so that goes into the fashion box. So it's more so about the look to me than the clothes. That's why you have beautiful supermodels who are sought out for mostly every runway. It's about them. You know what I'm saying? It's about them. So in a way, my clothing is a way of encouraging the person. It's about you. It's not about the brand. It's about you in it. You know what I mean? In some way, I'm trying to put that mindset and energy into the clothes. Like, I have a Heartthrob Club hat. You know what I mean? It's like, it's how you view yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could wear the heartthrob hat. You know what I mean? Yeah. Fucking right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed you got a really cool kind of a throwback vibe with your clothes, like 80s, 90s, and what made you want to go more with the vintage rather than like high-end designer and stuff?
I'm very vintage clothing inspired. Very vintage inspired. I feel like in one of my past lives I was like in the 70s, Mac Daddy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Old Cadillac as fuck. That's who I felt, you know, that's how I feel every day. Like, that's exactly how I feel. Like, I'm inspired by Rick James. Like, I watch Smooth Criminal video every day with my kids. Like, that's where my inspiration comes from. But I also like some high-end stuff. Like, these glasses are very vintage, but they're very high-end. Like, extremely high-end. So I try to tie it all together. And that's what this fall collection is going to show. It's going to really show my creativity as a designer. Is going to show DCTG Sportswear is a separate entity from Don't Cheat the Grind. Don't Cheat the Grind is a movement. DCTG Sportswear is a fashion line. So this fall collection is definitely going to show like how wavy DCTG Sportswear is.
Awesome. Also, we were seeing wearing your vintage college jersey at the club not too long ago. What made you want to do that?
The first person, you know what? We gotta just go ahead and get it out. The first person to wear their own jersey out. The first person to wear the Will Smith Bel-Air jersey. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, man. You know, but nah, it was just something like, I'm gonna be their dad today. I'm gonna be everybody's dad, man. I'm gonna wear my own jersey, like, fuck everything up. Like, for whatever reason, though, we aren't supposed to wear our own jerseys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's the shit I hate the most. Like, I hate that. Like, the shit that we create in our head, like, I'm not supposed to do this. I hate that shit. Like, why? Who said you're not supposed to do whatever it is that you think you're not supposed to do? Like, that is what I do. Just break down all that shit. Like, I break all that down. According to just history, I'm not supposed to be making clothes because I do one thing. I'm trying to destroy every box, man. Like, I hoop, I make clothes, I model, you know what I mean? I do a lot of shit, and it's like, we must do a lot of shit in this lifetime. No mental restraints.
Now, what clothing or fashion items would you say most complete your own personal look?
These.
Yeah.
These right here, yeah. The Red Harani, I've never seen anyone with them ever. You know what I'm saying? I wear them often. Like I said, I didn't know it was gonna be like on camera. Like, I didn't know, you know what I mean? So this is just how I look daily. You know, I look like this daily. So I try to wear these, try to wear my own shit, at least one article of my own shit, you know, even if it's just a wristband. But I'm inspired by, man, Reclaim Vintage. I think they have dope shit. Of course, Supreme, you know. I study Supreme. I study Stussy. I study, you know, Alexander Wang. You know, I'm in the game. I'm in the game, you know what I mean? Like, really, really in the game. So I have respect for all of the ones who came before me. You know, if you came before me and you've managed to make a great, you know, brand, I'm going to study you and try to use the steps you use. So I could be naming brands, man, all day, but I really, really like Reclaim Vintage right now. I think their shit is definitely next level.
Now, when did you decide to go with the new hairstyle?
It all started from first just having the top dreads. You know, I just had the top dreaded with the cut around, and then I went. It just got longer. Then I went Super Saiyan after the Pelican situation. You know, that's why I have Vegeta tatted on me. It's like you reach that point where you just don't care. You know what I mean? Like, that's a critical point you have to reach. Like, you have to give it up. Like, you keep that desire of wanting to reach whatever you're trying to reach, whatever goal you're trying to reach, but you have to let go of like that outcome. You can't want it so bad where, you know, you gotta let it go. You gotta know it's already within you. Like, I went through that transition and I turned Super Saiyan. And I braided my locks up, you know, I braided them together, but I'm gonna unbraid them in a couple weeks where it's not full again, and I'm back on my Super Saiyan shit all the way.
You got any future plans for DCTG? Like, what are the future goals down the line?
Yep, this fall collection we dropping. Very, very excited about that. And we just gonna go from there. I'm a present guy. Like, you know, I just believe in now.
Awesome.
The now happened before and the now that is yet to happen. So in the present, we putting all our energy into this fall collection, and it's gonna be wavy as fuck.
Now, I thought I saw something about like a Rockstar clothesline. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, that was at the beginning. And that was at the beginning when I first got into it. I was kind of inexperienced, so I kind of threw that out prematurely. But like, cause that was almost like a mental restraint. Like I felt like DCTG had to be just DCTG on it. Like, this is a DCTG Sportswear hat. There is no DCTG logo on it. You know what I mean? So I was kind of almost like brainwashed into thinking like DCTG had to be. It's like whatever I make it. You know what I'm saying? So that probably won't happen. Like everything would be just tied into the DCTG Sportswear. We gonna make a plethora of shit. We gonna make jackets, hats. We gonna have jeans, shorts, sweats. We gonna have bathrobes. We gonna have bath towels. We gonna have watches. We gonna have sunglasses. We gonna have everything. You know what I mean? And it's just gonna be the shit.
I just want to thank you so much for coming out and speaking with Unpopular Style magazine.
Shout out to Unpopular Style. This is the new wave. This is the new wave. You know, fresh from Atlanta. You know, fresh content. Man, this was probably the best interview I ever done. And I'm not just saying that because I'm here. You know, like, there's great content in this whole thing. Unpopular, shout out. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so
I'm
much
about
for
to
being
kill
with us.
this fucking photo shoot.